In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you practical tips on how you can save all or most of your NYSC allowance. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel where I share with you information that can help you make the most of your service here as a serving corps member, as well as help you navigate your life after NYSC as an ex-corps member. My name is Dada and I'm an ex-corps member from Niger State. I recently watched a video of an ex-corps member, Tito by name, on how she saved all her monthly NYSC allowance. That's unbelievable, right? I'll be dropping a link to our video in the description box below. On the contrary, there are serving corps members who so enjoy their service here and live extravagant lifestyles that at the end of their service here, they have little or no savings at all, and they have to request for their transportation fare back home from the state where they've been called to serve. That's strange but true. And that's why I'm going to be giving you practical tips on how to save all or most of your NYSC allowance. And think about it, apart from you not being stranded in life after NYSC, there are a lot of things you can do with your NYSC savings. If you are thinking of going into business after your service here, you need money. If you are thinking of going for a job after your service here, you need money to sustain yourself. During that waiting period of you finishing from NYSC and you finally securing a job. If you are also looking forward to going for masters and continue with your academics, you need money. And that tells the importance of you to really take savings as a priority while you are serving as a corps member. So here are my tips and recommendations on how you can save all or most of your NYSC allowance. Tip number 1, find an alternative means of income. As a serving corps member, you have to be enterprising. Right from the orientation camp, even before the orientation camp, you have to start strategizing and brainstorming on finding alternative means of income. And there are so many things you can go into depending on your passion and skill. You can go into catering, photography, fashion designing, conducting private home lessons, painting, starting a POS business, laundry, etc. And you can also go into freelancing, selling a digital product online, blogging, starting a YouTube channel, and so on. The bottom line is, as a serving corps member, have an entrepreneurial mindset and be enterprising. Having an alternative means of income would help you save part or most of your NYSC allowance and not make you solely depend on your monthly NYSC allowance. Tip number 2, be frugal in your spendings. I know of serving corps members who use their monthly NYSC allowance to live big, extravagant lifestyles, and they've forgotten that service here is temporal and it's just for a very short period of time. As a serving corps member, it will be wisdom on your own part to cut costs on all or most of your spendings. Instead of you renting your own apartment, you can make do with the one given to you by your PPA or stay in the Corpers lodge. Instead of you buying brand new furniture and kitchen utensils, you can link up with ex-corps members who are just passing out and who already have these items and would no longer need them, and buy these items for them and to be at a cheaper cost. If you're going to be buying anything brand new at all, then you are ready to sell them at the end of your service here, and with this you will have your money back. The summary of this point is, be wise in your spending. Tip number 3, put your money out of reach. What I'm trying to say is, put your NYSC savings somewhere you won't be able to have access to easily and withdraw unnecessarily. I know a lot of us fall victim of this. After you have set apart a particular sum of money for savings, you find yourself taking out of that money and eventually spending it. I know of a fellow corps member who had issues with his NYSC account and he couldn't resolve this issue for a very long period of time. Eventually, when he was able to resolve this issue, he already had a huge amount of money in his NYSC bank account. What you can do is, you can decide not to apply for ATM card so as to prevent you from doing unnecessary withdrawals and transfers. And one thing you can also do is, you can decide to send your money to a trusted relative where you won't be able to have access to the money until the end of your service here. This method may not work for everyone, but it did work for me. After collecting my NYSC Allawee, what I do is I remove part of the money I'm going to be needing for the month and I send the remaining part to a trusted relative. And at the end of my service here, I got all of this money back, and that is what I used as capital to start my mini importation business. Another thing you can do is to open a PiggyVest account. A PiggyVest account works like a regular bank, but it is different from the regular bank in that it pays an interest rate higher than that of the regular bank. And there's a beautiful feature on PiggyVest where you can safe-lock your money, your fund, for a particular period of time. And you won't be able to withdraw this money until the particular date you set for withdrawal. This would prevent you from having undue access to your money. And this can help you discipline yourself as regards saving your monthly NYSC allowance during your service here. Meanwhile, you will keep getting interest on your money saved on a daily basis. So guys, those are my top 3 tips for you on how to save all or most of your NYSC allowance. Number 1, find an alternative means of income, and this is very, very important. Number 2, be frugal in your spending and don't live an extravagant lifestyle. And number 3, put your money out of reach in order to avoid unnecessary withdrawals and impulse spendings. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video was helpful. If indeed it was, please smash that like button and let me know in the comment section below. And if you are yet to subscribe, please click on that subscribe button. Feel free to share this video and also feel free to check my previous videos. I love you all to the moon and back. See you in my next video. Bye. Tip number 2. Tip number 2. Tip number 2. Tip number 2. Be frugal in your spending. I know of serving corp members